Jim Haslett's in the mix for the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator job. So on Tuesday, news surfaced that current Seattle Dragons head coach Jim Haslett was on a short list of candidates to become the Atlanta Falcons' new defensive coordinator. Bro, he's under contract. The news comes following the retirement of Falcons defensive coordinator Dean Pease, who called it a career this last Monday after 50 years in the coaching world in the previous 2 seasons with Atlanta. At 73, Pease was the oldest defensive coordinator in the NFL, also spent time with the Patriots, your Baltimore Ravens, and Tennessee Titans, though did he get hurt on the sideline or something this year? So maybe he was like, all right, I'm good now. Cam Marino said, source, expect former head coach Jim Haslett to be on the short list of candidates to be Atlanta's new defensive coordinator. Haslett has familiar with Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, and Kyle Smith. Problem is, bro, he's under contract with the XFL. Was recently, as of today, went to a Seattle Krakens game with the quarterback and Josh Gordon, Ben DiNucci. So I don't think he's going anywhere. Haslett, who's currently 67 years old, played 7 seasons linebacker for the Buffalo Bills before he eventually transitioned to coaching. Coaching world, Haslett spent time with various franchises. His name was rumored in the XFL 2020 era, by the way, too. Franchises as defensive coordinator, including the Saints in 96, Steelers from 97 to 99, Rams from 06 to 08, and Washington Commanders from 10 to 14. Haslett also served as head coach of the Saints from 2000 to 2005. In terms of key connections for the Falcons' current regime, Terry Fontenot worked with Haslett for 3 seasons during his time as the Saints head coach in the early 2000s. Additionally, Falcons head coach Arthur Smith was on the same coaching staff as Haslett in 2020. Both worked under Mike Vrabel on the Tennessee Titans. Over the last several months, Haslett has been on his way to leading the XFL's Seattle Sea Dragons team as a coach. However, one has to believe if offered the position of the Falcons defensive coordinator, he'll take it, or can he, if he's under contract with the XFL? While this may come as a surprise to many Sea Dragons fans, Haslett's dedication to the XFL has been questioned by a few media members off the record for some time. It seems from early on in the process that Haslett began delegating his responsibilities to Director of Player Personnel Randy Mueller and Offensive Coordinator June Jones. For example, when all XFL coaches, remember this, were at the player showcases in 2022, Haslett was not in attendance. Instead, June Jones and Randy Mueller were there in his place. While the other 7, now they did, like I said, he's in Seattle today. So, we'll hold on, but there's might be a little bit to this. While the other 7 franchises were led by their respective coaches, head coaches. Additionally, Haslett was not in attendance at Texas Live when the league announced which cities each coach would be assigned to. Mueller also sat in place there. This isn't meant to bash Haslett, as getting an opportunity in the NFL is what leagues like this are all about, even for the coaches. Additionally, we have no idea why he wasn't at those showcases events, and he's currently leading the charge at Sea Dragons training camp. If he gets the job with the Falcons, we'll wish him and new Sea Dragons head coach well and his new endeavors. However, if Haslett doesn't get the job in Atlanta, Sea Dragons fans will be happy to have him. Well, there's no confirmation or on anything yet. I haven't heard it other than there. June Jones would likely be the candidate to take over as head coach if Haslett leaves, which could be one of the reasons why June Jones was put in Seattle in the first place, because Haslett was kind of like, well, if I get an NFL gig, I'm out. And they were like, okay, cool, we'll put June Jones in just in case. How does that? And they were like, cool. So now, as Jones, with the help of DPP Randy Mueller, led the XFL's undefeated Houston Roughnecks in 2020. So I think that's a total fair assessment by our reporter on the ground, Matt Lyons, when it comes to Haslett. I didn't realize that there was kind of rumblings that there might be issues there, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But, already we're starting to see NFL GMs get picked up. I mean, maybe this will shake itself out in the next week or two, but he needs to, if he's going to be a serious contender, they need to make that decision fairly quickly. But we'll see how this all plays out. They got June Jones, so they should be just fine. And I think some people might want to just have June Jones in there anyways. So we'll have to find out.